It's 3:34 a.m. We're gonna walk up and down some places in downtown Tempe. This is like the college district for ASU. It's a lot different time compared to when I usually come out, because I was really tired from work today and just decided to go to sleep. I woke up about an hour ago to actually get in to do this video because I didn't have anything for the week yet. Let's go ahead and take a walk. Right now we're walking up University Drive and Farmer Avenue. We've just had a lot of storms lately, so my allergies have been killing me. Runny nose, all the dust in the air. I was trying to look down Mill Avenue, and it seemed like that there's a lot of road signs over there. Originally I was going to think about parking near the Tempe Park over there. Decided to park over here instead because might have a better chance of not getting into trouble over here. So here we have the weirdest Whole Foods in Arizona. They decided to build it into these apartment buildings. And it's kind of strange, actually, if you ask me. I can see this happening maybe like California or New York. There's a guy laying down over there. I can see something like this happening in California or New York, but not in Arizona. There's actually people inside there, which is kind of surprising. It's not even 4 o'clock in the morning. In order to go to this one, you pretty much have to park in this weird parking lot. So you park up above and then you have to drop down. For some reason that scooter has a pillow on it. Looks like they're cleaning the floors inside there. No, it doesn't talk like it usually does. There's actually somebody walking this way. It's kind of weird. The light has changed over. It's allowing us to move. We're going to kind of hang this one wide. I don't know what that building is over there. I think it said that it was palm reading. It seems kind of weird because it looks almost like a regular house, but it's built in this industrial downtown area. Not sure the history of that. Chase building. It's weird how different the sound is now compared to how it is around midnight, as we were walking near this area a couple weeks ago. It is after the rainstorm, so I'm hearing a lot more crickets now, as this is kind of cricket season. As all the rain starts to come, the ground gets muddy, crickets start coming out for their mating season. This is also the time of year where scorpions happen the most often. As the crickets come out to mate and they make chirp noises and stuff, scorpions kind of key into that and hunt them down. Someone sleeping at the bus stop. We finally made it, Mill Avenue. This is like the quintessential downtown Tempe area. Definitely looks like somebody's been scrounging trash cans. Here we have Filthy Animal. I've never eaten here. Very good. So I wonder if there's going to be like some sort of downtown festival, or if they're just working on the road. Right here you have the Omni Hotel is what it says. Not really familiar with a lot of this area, but many of these high-rise buildings are actually relatively new. It's difficult to have businesses on the street just because of the construction that happens all the time. It's very difficult to park over here anywhere. Like pretty much all the parking spots that are around here charge you to park. It kind of smells like funnel cakes. It's weird. It might be a Jack in the Box. Maybe it's their little churro things they got. Crafting Together store. One of the windows is shattered out. Dragon Tea. Now it's really smelling like cinnamon fried bread or funnel cakes. Not exactly sure why. There's Mellow Mushroom. It's a pizza store. Zips. A lot of people talk about this place, and there's been a lot of people trying to get me to go to it, but I'm not really into bar stuff. They're pressure washing the streets over there. Korean barbecue. Right now it's kind of smelling like fresh cut wood. Poor pigeon must be sick. Fat Tuesday is still open. Pigeons don't usually just stand out at night unless there's something wrong with them. So it might be sick. Here's Five Guys. Five Guys is really popular, but it's very expensive. Go there, get like a burger and a cup of fries and a drink, and you're out almost 20 bucks, maybe 25 bucks. It's kind of crazy. So it looks like that they're doing a lot of remodeling and construction around here. Like they have this whole area torn up. Generator work lighting. Urban Outfitters. It's kind of crazy that this place is all torn up like this. I was here in May for like a downtown event, and none of this was torn up like this. A lot of just random stores. Plant mill, not a dispensary. They actually just sell plants. But because it's in Arizona and they have a lot of like marijuana sales and stuff, I guess they have to specify. It smells like candles or like body wash. So there's the movie theater. Over here you have the post office. It's kind of a weird place for a post office. And you have Sparky's. This used to be a different ice cream place, and it was actually pretty good, but I guess they renamed it or went out of business or something. I should have brought my little Fujifilm camera. This would have been a cool picture, especially with it lit up like this, because that might have actually turned out pretty well with the lighting. Bar City Tavern. Yeah, can't talk right now. Thirsty Dog. They have like busted up all of the concrete over here. I wonder why. It seemed like that the concrete was fine to me. We'll probably turn around now, as we've already kind of walked over there before, and it looks like it's going to be much of the same. Most of the interesting stuff is over here in this direction. In that direction it's more like school areas slash like business centers and stuff. Locally owned by Harkins Theaters. I don't know how many theaters they have in here, but this has been a movie theater for a very long time. And they actually have all sorts of other like indie films and stuff that they show at these places. I think that they also have like they might have like a movie club kind of thing, where they like go and make movies and then they like show them here as like a premiere. Almost like a film festival kind of thing. Candle chemistry. That's what the sign said. That's why it smelled like candles earlier. Yeah, it has that quintessential candle smell. It's just funny that they put that on there. Not a dispensary. This is the Tempe Hardware Building. History. So they had like a hardware store in this area that served the downtown areas here. Right up the street we have the mill, which is what Mill Avenue is actually named for. The Hayden's Flour Mill. But there also used to be the Hayden's Ferry before they had all the bridges and stuff, like back in the 1800s. They actually had a ferry system. So you would pay a fee and they would take your vehicle or wagon or whatever they had at the time across the river here. So that's the Salt River, or the Rio Salado. It's been closed off for years now. But it used to be a free-flowing river. And without restrictions back then, things would flood all the time. So there'd be possibilities that this downtown area might get flooded from time to time just because of the large amount of water coming off of the mountains up north. But since they built the dam systems to be able to save water, which is how we get all our water here in the desert. They capture it and they pump it down into aquifers, like groundwater and stuff down here. Aquifers are a good way to store the water. It's actually much cooler out right now than it has been overnight. But even then, cooler in Arizona. It's still around 88 degrees out here right now. So it's still pretty hot. It's actually really humid right now too. 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's at just about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 3:57 right now. It's weird how the sound stage is a little different over here. You don't get as much echo. There's more open area over here. Excuse me. Just my nose is running. Alright, we're back to where we started. We've been going for 17 minutes. I don't know if anyone even watches these full videos. I was thinking about walking down to the Gamage Auditorium, but it's kind of a ways down there. So I parked over there. Let's see what we can get. Now, Gamage Auditorium is actually on the other side of the street, so we can walk in this direction right now. We'll walk over here and then we'll cross over. Forgot what this place used to be, but it went out of business. Like a lot of businesses do over here. That high-rise building in the back there, I don't know if you guys can see this one right here, is really strange if you walk over up to it. Like all the buildings over here kind of have a theme, but if you go up to that one, the theme is like completely different. It's almost like you're like stepping into a different state. It feels that way. Like the whole street is just kind of, this kind of has like a retro-y, classic-y kind of vibe to it, but it's like modernized. Well, that has more like a futuristic kind of modern looking city look to it. It's kind of hard to explain it. I probably would have to go over there during the daytime to really make sense of it, because you guys probably won't be able to see it at night. Here's the Omni Hotel. They got valet parking. It kind of smells uppity. There's a lot of Chase Bank stuff over here. There's buildings on both the left and right side of the road, including a branch. The light rail runs up the middle here, but I don't believe it runs right now. It might start running at 5. I can't remember if it's 5 or 4, so we might be seeing them soon. I don't know if we're going to make this light. We're going to go for it. University Inn. Kind of a weird looking motel for this area. It looks like the old ones we were looking at in Mesa a couple weeks ago. That doesn't look good. The water meter is leaking pretty good there. Space release. Again, it's hard to run businesses over here just because local residents like myself can't reliably get down here. And we don't want to pay fees to park. I don't want to pay like $7 an hour, however much it is to park out here. It just depends on the time of day and a whole bunch of other factors. But I don't want to pay that just to come down here to enjoy businesses. To go to Pepper Lunch, which actually closed down. Or maybe it's in the process of opening, I don't know. Or Qdoba Mexican Eats. That actually closed down too. Or it's in the process of opening, one of the two. University Gateway Building. I think we're getting close now. I think the auditorium is right up here. We're just gonna walk it. Oh, it's Walkie Man anyway. There's a yoga store across the way. I'm hearing a lot more birds. For some reason, getting away from the buildings, it seems like the temperature is spiked. And also the humidity is up. It's really muggy right now. The ASU Art Museum. Special use parking. Alright, I can kind of see the back of the auditorium. The good shots along the front. The whole distance I think we've traveled right here was probably close to 2 miles. Gamage Parkway. The temperature is going down. The grass over here is really soaking wet, so it's kind of evaporating, which is increasing the humidity but also dropping the temperature. ASU. Smells like fresh cut grass. Might be because the sprinklers are watering it. Ooh, there's a little gap there. Permit parking only. So we're approaching the Gamage Auditorium. Gotta find some place to cross through the grass here. It's probably pretty wet because it's already wet from the rain, in addition to the watering it. Up to 25 minutes now. I don't believe I've ever seen any performances here at the auditorium. It seems like there's a big hedgerow, so we're gonna cut through here. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to really get over there. Something that's always drawn my attention is the archway architecture of this building, in addition to these round orb lights that kind of go up the walkway ramp to the top floors up there. There's people laughing in that car over there. Looks like they have it chained off close to the building, but I think that's just for cars. I want to try to walk around to the front of this building. It's kind of weird that there's birds out right now. It's getting close to sunrise. You can kind of see the sky starting to lighten up a little bit. Here we have a fountain. It's off right now. So driving by this place often as a kid, I always thought that these little balls here are like energy orbs. Kind of like one of those weird things that little kids do. Like the little power cores, playing Star Fox, and those are the bright areas to shoot for the final boss. It smells like chlorine right now, probably because we walked past that fountain. So this is the Gamage Auditorium. I think they do things like plays and performances in here. I think this is also where the ASU Symphony has their rehearsals and performances. Guess I should probably center it a little bit better in the shot frame. Just kind of walking here. It's a very interesting looking building, and it definitely stands out over here. Especially in this downtown area, there's like a huge amount of space around it that's not really developed. And that's weird because there's like buildings on every side of this whole place. Here we have another fountain. It's not currently on. Not sure what is considered the front, because I don't think you can enter from this side, even though it looks like the front. I think the box office and the tickets and stuff is over here. You have that creosote bush smell, that quintessential desert smell. Every time it rains, you kind of get that smell. It's like a very sweet smell of the creosote bush, in addition to the ozone smell from the lightning. There's been a lot of that lately. So this, it looks like a box office location. I don't know how close we can get without setting off alarms and stuff, because I think they have like motion sensors and things to keep homeless out of here. So now the air smells stale. It kind of had like an old paper smell. I don't know if we can walk on this walkway here. It doesn't look like there's anything closing it off. The VIP Donor Club parking. I don't know if we're gonna walk all the way up there, but let's see what we got up here. It's kind of weird. Like, this siding here is really low. It doesn't seem like that this would be code compliant. Like, I could actually accidentally stumble over it and fall pretty far down there. So here's some of the light architecture. Where you have this light that's surrounded by this ring with these 3 half circles around it, and it hangs from the top. Just walked over a metal plate. I'm surprised that this is open. I would have figured that this would have been like locked down. It's a pretty good shot from the place we were looking at earlier. Do we chance it and keep walking up here? I might be able to walk down the other side if it's not locked or anything. I just don't want to set off any alarms. It's not my intent to trespass or anything. Oh, we might not be able to. I thought that there was like a balcony around the outer edge here, but there's not. It kind of goes into the roof. They have an elevator. It's a pretty good view. I think we've done pretty good, so I'll get heading back now. This is a pretty steep grade here. You can definitely tell that this isn't like built up to code. It's probably grandfathered in because it's really steep, and I think it's too steep for like wheelchairs and stuff. Even though you could technically get the wheelchair up here, it's just, I think there's restrictions on like the grade that it can be, and this is pretty steep. It looks like that this ramp here was added after the effect, in addition to the stairs that they have here. I assume that this is probably some sort of emergency exit. Sounds like we have a light rail coming down the road. Maybe that's what that is. Oh no, it's a motorcycle bike. You don't really see a lot of those. People might modify a weed whacker motor to have it power a bike. Usually some of the more clever homeless people do that so that they can get around a lot easier. It really smells like creosote bushes. I think that's what these are right here. We're actually walking by right now. Yeah, that's what these are. During the springtime they bloom little yellow pollen palms. They're like little balls. And they make a huge mess over the ground around it as they fall and kind of splatter golden pollen everywhere. But they have a really nice sweet smell after a rainstorm. And then that mixed with the ozone smell from the lightning strikes gives you that desert rain smell. Alright, trying to figure out the best way to get back to the car. Hopefully you guys enjoy stuff like this. I almost didn't do a video this week. Because I got home from work and just crashed out right then and there. As soon as I hit the bed. Usually I stay up. And I usually go to sleep around this time, but not today. I woke up earlier and I slept on my back wrong. It's like the upper middle part between the shoulder blades. It's just really tight and it hurts. Like it's hard for me to like turn directions as it kind of binds up and it's painful. I don't have any chiropractor skills or anything like that to assist me with fixing that problem, so I guess we're just gonna trust our old buddy time. Maybe take some Advil. Time heals everything and it also kills everything. A commodity that's not worth it to waste it. I don't know. Debatably right now you could consider this a wasted time. Me walking around the street at 4 o'clock in the morning with little microphones in my ears looking ridiculous, but luckily there's no one around here to really take that a problem. But overall it's something fun. I kind of enjoy it. I wish that there's more like active stuff that I can use to go and record. Problem is just the temperature during the day, especially in the summertime. It's killer, and my systems will overheat all the time. Whereas at night I can pretty much run them all night long. Just making sure I'm not gonna get killed by a car here. Alright, moving forward. We're almost back there. Lights changing. We're gonna walk it anyway. Some of the stoplight things beep to assist the blind and hearing impaired. Well, not really the hearing impaired, I guess. It's more just the blind. To let them know when it's safe to cross the road. Actually kind of weird. You would think that there'd be some sort of... I guess you could see the lights changing if you're deaf. That could be your indicator, but... you would think that it would have like a little strobe or something on it to flash. To say maybe you're not totally blind. You're just kind of visually impaired. It's kind of hard to hear, but it sounds like that there's bats above us. You can kind of hear the faint chirps. Their echolocation. I think that that's the art museum right there. I've not really been to any of these places, as I don't really go to the school. Never went to ASU. Kind of want to diagonally cross the road here. I guess we'll just walk this way. I can either sit and wait for the light to change, or I can just say YOLO and go it. My luck, there'll be a cop waiting to issue me a citation for jaywalking. try to stay above board, especially when recording. Tattoo parlor, established 1993. Ruining human bodies for decades. I don't have any tattoos myself. You won't see me getting anything like that. I kind of think they're dumb, to be honest. Pay huge amounts of money to put something on your body you can't get rid of. Looks like that guy was doing some sort of delivery for Instacart. He must have went to the drugstore over here to go pick something up. And now he's taking it to go do a delivery. That motorcycle's pretty dang loud. His improvised motorcycle. Drive that in the neighborhood, everyone will wake up. Approaching the 41 minutes mark is usually too long for a normal YouTube video. But for anybody interested in long-term binaural recording stuff, I think I have the cornerstone on the market there. It's not the highest production quality. It's not the fanciest stuff. It's relatively easy for me to produce it. Just kind of turn on the audio, turn on the camera, and go. Even through editing, it's not too difficult. Just kind of drop the 2 clips in on the timeline and synchronize the audio, and you're pretty much good to go. I'm not like a normal YouTube personality who heavily edits their videos and stuff. I could possibly do that, that would take a huge amount of more time to do it. Right now it's just more of a hobby, so it's kind of a low investment thing. Just to practice my skills. Do something with my time. Ooh, the temperature's spiking again. It's hot. Humid. It actually smells like marijuana right now. This is the modern Tempe downtown area. Starting to get high-rise buildings everywhere. Tempe's a landlocked city now. There's nowhere outward that can expand. So the only place that it can expand is up. And I kind of hate that for a lot of reasons. Because developers think that just because we can put high-rise buildings everywhere, that we should put high-rise buildings everywhere. Our little city was never designed to have this much density in the area. So it makes all of us locals a little bit more upset, because with all this increased density, everyone's got to have their own car, higher amounts of traffic. It's just overall not fun. Get a lot of these people to come out here you don't get long-term investment people. You get the short people that come out here for a job for a couple years and then leave. So you don't really establish a legacy. without legacy, the culture goes with it. So eventually it just becomes a very sterile, downtown looking area that doesn't really have anything that stands out over other places. There's no traditions anymore. The only traditions that we have are like the old stuff, and even those things are on the downward spirals. There's no real new traditions being made. With as many people here too, there's a lot lower sense of society. It's easier to like blend into the background. It's harder to have that sense of community. You live really close to your upstairs, downstairs, left and right neighbor, but you probably don't even know their name. You've probably rarely interacted with them. And just kind of a bad place to be in, if you ask me. You don't know your neighbor, there's no sense of care for your neighbor. Over there's the fire station. We're looking at Ash Avenue. There's actually a Mikhail's up there. I think there's still a Mikhail's up there. They might have closed it down. There used to be a Mikhail's up there. I can't remember if that was one of the oldest Mikhail's in the state. I think it was. Like one of the first ones that opened. Here you have Whole Foods again. We're almost back to the car now. Oh, I noticed something, that the pillow that was by that scooter is gone now. So somebody picked it up. These fan noises that you're hearing, I think, are the exhaust systems for the cooling system for all the refrigerators in there. It's where they put the evaporator coils. I don't know, but it seems like this sign's a little out of place. It is the 4th of July right now, but it's just kind of weird that that's there. You know, actually, I remember it actually is the 4th of July today. So this whole downtown area, they're supposed to have like a big block party. But it didn't look like it's in any condition to do a block party. Because they're going to do fireworks on the bridge and stuff. I'll have to work, unfortunately, so I won't be able to go see it. Now we're kind of far away from here. Way out on the East Valley. I don't know what that whistle is for. Might have been a motion sensor for a camera recording. Just to kind of draw attention to, hey, you're being watched. Alright, well, the car's still there. Hopefully it's not broken into or anything. I don't think anyone would do something like that. It's really humid over here now. Well, that's pretty much our video for the week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. See you guys next week for some more binaural recording sights and sounds. Not sure what we're going to do next week, but we'll find something. We always seem to find something. But yeah, thanks for watching and have a good one. And that's all I got.